Hey fam, Pastor T reaching out to you once again with Talk with Tillett. Wanted to have a conversation with you, if you would allow me to, something that we've mentioned before in sermons and at the NAACP luncheon and other environments. You probably seen it all over the news or newspapers or social media. And that term is DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Which is not only the big buzzword going around, but in so many spaces, people are talking about it from a negative perspective. Even when we hear DEI, again, we see diversity, we see equity and inclusion. And the question we always ask ourselves is, what's wrong with that? Seems like that's fair, that you give people an opportunity to be a part of the system that are typically not included, are typically not a part of the system. People that are black and brown, who don't get the opportunity, those who have the education, the experience, advanced degrees, all of the necessary gifts and graces. They have the resume, they meet all of the requirements. It's basically extending and opening a door of opportunity that's typically not opened to people that look like us. So the question is, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that unless you are afraid to give people that are not black and brown the opportunities that you're giving popular culture? Something that's been going on for quite some time in our country, but we know we need it. And we're looking at an administration now and some things that have been happening even prior to this administration getting elected, which is a part of Project 2025, which we've been trying to tell people for the longest, where the dismantling and getting rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so I'm here to tell you today how important it is that we keep it, how important it is that people that are not in what we call popular culture, people that are black and brown, have doors of opportunity open that are extended to us so that we have opportunities to be a part of the American dream or the system that we live in. Once again, it's unfortunate because so many doors have been closed. And so many people have often said, like you hear in these far right-wing social media outlets or some of the news stations that suggest to us that DEI is given the opportunity for people to have jobs that are not qualified, people who don't match up, people who don't measure up, people who just come off the street with no experience going into places and businesses, getting jobs and taking jobs away from people who are experienced. Well, that is absolutely false, and we know it to be false. All it is, once again, it's opening the door of opportunity for people who have the expertise, who have the qualifications, who have the experience, who have the education behind them, who match up with anybody else, who can sit at any table, who can work any position in this country. And so I want you to consider that. I want you to think about that in this week with Talk with Tillett. Again, you're going to keep hearing about DEI. That's the buzzword, DEI. Once again, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And it's about extending opportunities to people who have the experience, who have the expertise, who are given an opportunity where a door is open for them to walk in, and they have the same opportunities, once again, of people that may not look like us. So remember that as we move forward in 2025. There's so much on us, but I want you to know, by God's grace, no matter what you see going on, if we stick to our guns, if we stick to what we believe, if we trust in the power of God, and we do, that God will enable us to accomplish those things that so many others are trying to hold us back from or keep away from us. So That's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Pray that this information will bless you, not just you, but bless your family, because your family needs to know about it, your children, your grandchildren, your nieces and nephews, anybody that you come into contact with black skin that looks like me, looks like you. We need to have this conversation, and really even to our brothers and sisters who may not be African American, some of our white brothers and sisters who understand the value and the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion need to also help people understand the power and the importance of it, and that we should never live in a country or be in a place where we're trying to get rid of it, trying to take opportunities away from people who should have the right and the opportunities that everyone else has in this country. Thank you so much. God bless you, and look forward to sharing with you again real soon. Peace and blessings.